Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and here it is, what you've been asking for, the Destiny's Bounty, set 71705, from the Summer 2020 wave of Ninjago. I believe I have finally found the piece count for these, so I believe this set has 1,781 pieces and will retail for $129.99 in the US. Now before I get started, I just wanted to say if you've been enjoying this content, if you've been enjoying these reviews, please press like or subscribe or do both, or leave a comment, let me know what you think. Because doing all that stuff really helps out the channel, because right now I don't even have monetization enabled. Like, I'm making no money off of this. I'm just getting these out as fast as possible for the heck of it. So if you guys could subscribe and like and comment and everything, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. So to start, let's just look at this build as a whole. I will be moving my camera in so you can get a closer look at everything. I love how this dragon head looks. It looks a little weird on box art, but I think it looks a lot better in person. To me, this is very comparable to the movie Bounty, in that it's like very large and it's actually got a full ship build. I have the possession one as well, but I feel like both of these is such a step up from that. Now, this definitely is not the movie Bounty. It's a little shorter in length. It's actually not that much shorter, but it's much thinner and a lot less tall in the back here. I really love how these pieces look. I don't know what these are called. I guess I would just call them wings, but if there's like an actual nautical term for what these things are, I'm sorry, I'm not a boat guy. But they are actually really big here. They're actually quite small on the movie Bounty. And on previous bounties too. Like, this is more accurate to how they are in the show. So I love the design of these here. I don't know, the shaping here. It's very excellent. These sails are paper material just like the movie one. They're not that like plastic that LEGO sometimes uses for sails like they are in the possession one. So that's cool. I think the paper is a lot more realistic, and while it's probably a more flimsy material, it definitely looks good here. It's got these anchors right here. Again, I'll show you a closer look in a second, but this is where they are in relation to everything else. I like this railing up here, how it goes all the way around. And the mechanism to transform it is right here. It's a little easier to get to if you move the figures out of the way, so now that I've cut it out of the way, I just push down this and the sails go up just like it does in the show. I love that feature. I think the original one did do that, but I never had the original. I only have the possession one and the movie one. So seeing an actual transformation feature is really cool, because the possession one, they just sort of flip into a different shape. But they're always up. And the movie one, they don't transform at all. So I really like that feature right there, and it's easy to put them back down. And then for the rest of the transformation, if you pick the bounty up and you move these parts down, both sides go down, and these little cannon parts come out here. And again, I'll give you a closer look in a second. And if you're curious, there is all the figures removed. There is the other side of the bounty, identical to the one side, but I guess here's the other one. And I think now we'll start taking a look closer up at the set. Here's the dragon head up front, and I really love this. That's like been my one complaint with the movie Bounty, is the two heads and then the flat bit in the middle. I understand it's accurate to the movie, but as someone who grew up with the show, this is like what I always wanted in Destiny's Bounty, so it's so cool to have it. I much prefer this to like the rubber head they put on the original, and it's much more intricate and detailed than the one on the possession one, so I love this. I think it looks a lot better in person on the box. You do have a little bit of articulation here if you want to change things up, but it's supposed to be pointing down like that. As you can see, the whole of the ship here is quite wide, similar to the movie one. If you remember, the first one and the possession one were quite flat, like it was probably about this tall, so there is actually room in here, which I really like. It's more accurate to an actual boat, and it makes it feel like a more complete build, so I love that. Here's what these wing pieces look like, and as I said earlier, I love how these look. They're very rounded, very big, and they look excellent. I much prefer them to the ones on the movie ship. I also love all the red here all throughout. The movie one is very brown and tan, and that's good, but it's not accurate to how it's been in the show, so this is very much a season 1 bounty, and that's what it's supposed to be, and I love it for that. Moving up onto the deck here, you can see that this is the mast where the sails go on. Quite ugly from the back. You got these blue Technic pins sticking out, but this is the back side. This isn't the main side. That should be down all the way. That's one thing I have noticed, that is, if you use the mechanism too much, this one will pop up a little bit, but it won't fall all the way up. But that is something to keep in mind. This you can turn to raise and lower the anchors. So turn that, and the anchors are all the way up, and then you turn it again, and they fall back down. This is more effective if you actually are holding the ship in the air rather than just hanging on the ground like I do. And if you didn't notice, these anchors use the hot dog piece in black at the bottom right there. I don't know what LEGO's obsession is with the hot dog piece right now, because it's used elsewhere in this set too, and I've seen it in a lot of sets recently, but yeah, I mean, it works, it looks good, but I don't know what their thing is with the hot dog piece right now. You've got the stud shooter cannon in the middle. This is kind of unnecessary. I think I'll probably remove this when I display this in my collection because it really takes up space where you could have figures, and it doesn't need to be here. I like the candle piece. That's always a cool one to get, and stud shooters are stud shooters. It does rotate 360 degrees though, so that's fun for play if that's what you're interested in. And here's the main control room, which you can detach to see inside, and we will do in a sec, but this is just what it looks like with everything still on. I really like how the side of this is designed and the roof as well. It's got this like transparent bubble piece out front, which I don't remember what that is, but I have memories of it being in the show, so that is cool to be included there. Here's more hot dogs for decoration. We've got these flag pieces in the back, which I think look really, really good. And here's what the actual back of the ship looks like. It's got another hat in gold. I like this up here. It all builds up to this, that path I was showing you before. I got a little bit of fencing, but there's no room to really hold figures there. There's like 2 studs in there, but I don't know if it could really fit anyone in there. I don't know if you can see that, but I do. That's one thing that the movie bounty has over this, is it has that little area in the back where it could fit maybe 2 figures. I do miss that on this one because that's not here. Here's the back of the ship. It looks like you got a rudder right here that moves back and forth, or up and down, I guess. This is just a piece to give it a rounded shape. It is a little movable, which is weird. I don't think it's supposed to be movable. I guess they just couldn't find a way to keep it static. But yeah, that just gives it this rounded shape to close it up. And I think the round shape does look good. I just think it's weird that it moves but doesn't open. I don't know. That's just me. And then everything's identical to the other side, just mirrored. Here's what the mast looks like from this side. So as you can see, it's not open like the other side, but it does have these gears here. I don't mind the gears as much as I thought I would, though the blue Technic pins are a little annoying. But yeah, you push down here, and that's what opens the sails. Here's the dragon head from the other side. Alright, so I think that's everything on the outside, so now let me show you what's hidden on the inside. You can grab this stud shooter here and remove this entire piece. These sails do tend to get in the way if you don't have them up, so I'm just going to put them up for now. So here's the one bit of interior you do get like underneath in the hull of the ship. The front part up here I used to store the mechanism for the cannons on the side and to give enough room for the anchors to work, and then on the other side stores the mechanism to make the wings on the side move. So this is the only area you could store figures. It's not super detailed. You have this little training dummy that hooks on the wall that you can take out, and then you have a clip on the other side too where I suppose you could store a weapon. You also have this crate inside, which I will take out, and we can look at what's inside in a second there. And with all that removed, yeah, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but it's got plenty of room to store figures. If you really crammed them in, you could probably store a good 12 figures in there at least. So I'm happy it has anything on the interior at all. You can't say that for like the possession bounty. You can definitely say it for the movie bounty, but again, this isn't the movie bounty and it's not trying to be. It's a very different thing. It's also got these steps right here which lead up into this area, so let's take a look at what's inside here. So if you didn't know, you can remove this entire build. Just lift it up and take it off. You got this computer console right here, and I love this sticker. It is a sticker, not a print, but it looks like something. I'm pretty sure it is something straight out of the show. I don't remember what episode it's from, but that is what the console looked like in the show, so I'm really happy to have that. I don't know, that just filled me with nostalgia, like finally having that on a Destiny's Bounty. Here's the steering wheel right here. Nothing all too interesting there. It doesn't have the actual pirate ship steering wheel like the movie bounty did, but a little bit of space in here for figures. Can't fit a ton, but you can definitely fit a pilot and maybe 1 or 2 others. This is a lever right here and has an orange sword stored here. I don't really know why that's there, but I don't know. They have a few weapons in throughout this. And then on the other side, there is no weapon hidden, but you can put one there if you want, because it does have the same compartment as the orange sword is stored in. So here is the back section of the bounty removed, as I showed you. Here's like a closer look at every bit of it if you want to see. I like these bars on the side. I've gone over all this already, but I don't know. This build's really cool. There's a closer look at the roof if you're interested in that. There's that bubble thing. And there's it from all angles. Now you can also take this roof bit off, and you're left with just this, and then this can open up like that. And then this is like a little dojo background, which I think is cute. I don't know if I would really like this integrated into the set, because I would buy this for just $10, and I don't know. I feel like it's sacrificing a little bit by making this a play feature. But what this is pretty good. There's room to hold a sword. There's a sai over there. There's 2 swords in the middle. I like this Ninjago writing. Is that the word for it? I like the writing there. I'm not sure what it says. If anybody wants to translate that in the comments, please go right ahead. I think this will be like a really good place for photos, because you can put figures in here, and I don't know, at like this angle, right? It's a pretty good spot to take pictures. I like this. It's a fun little thing. I don't really love it on the bounty. I wish it was sort of a separate thing, but it's nice that the bounty can come apart and there's more than just one thing you can do with. Another thing in the roof, you can actually open up the back of the roof here and then pull this out. Got this little crate right here with these like wooden panels on top. They are stickers. They are not prints, unfortunately. But if you take them off, there are 2 silver shurikens inside. This is another thing where it's like, yeah, it's a cute play feature, but I don't know. I'd rather them just like have the roof more enclosed instead of having this hinge right here than have this, because like I don't really need a place to store silver shurikens, but I guess if I was playing with this set as a kid, I'd like this feature a heck of a lot more. But I think that's about it for the build, so let's get on to those minifigures, shall we? So to start, here's the ninja in the set. You get 4, the main 4, the original 4 from Season 1, because that's when this set is based on. The suits here are pretty lame. They're just the Legacy 1 suits with the golden Season 11 shoulder pad. I suppose these are just the suits they're using for all Season 1 and 2 sets, even going forward, even though, like, I don't know, like, the Legacy 2 suits are very clearly based on Seasons 3 and 4, but these have nothing to really relate to Seasons 1 and 2, so I don't know why they're so insistent on sticking with them. I would have much preferred if this set came with the Legacy 2 suits, but these are fine. I'm glad they at least include the shoulder pads, because that's something to mix it up from the ones that I already have, like, a billion of. Speaking of the shoulder pads, I wish that Cole and Jay got them in silver, and then Kai and Zane got them in gold, because I think that would have been a good way to, like, reference Season 1 without changing the suits drastically, because then they'd have the same colors as the ZX suits. But instead they just gave them all gold, and honestly, I think that would have made them look better too, because I think the gold looks great, especially on Zane, and then it works on Kai. But on Jay and Cole, it just doesn't really fit. I don't know. That might just be me. And also, they all come with their golden weapons. You get the Sword of Fire, Shurikens of Ice, Nunchucks of Lightning, and the Scythe of Quakes. So if you want to see what these look like with everything removed, there they are. There you can get a better look at how they look with the new armor. I don't know. It's cool that it's different than the standard Legacy suits, but it's not that exciting. I'm not going to bother showing you the backs or the head prints, because I'm sure you've all seen what the Legacy robes look like before, and it's the standard head prints, nothing special here. And then here are the other 3 figures in the set, 2 of which are exclusive. Now before I start talking about these 3, I just want to say hi to everyone who just skipped this part of the video to see what's going on with Lloyd. What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day. Please watch the entire video. But no, these figures are more exciting because 2 of these are exclusive here, being Samurai X and Lloyd. I thought Samurai X was just the same Legacy one that we got last year, but with a different armor piece. But no, she's actually brand new. Same legs, same head and helmet and everything. But that torso, while it's almost identical to the one we got before, like the red and black bits are exactly the same. That golden symbol on her torso, right? You see that like Samurai X symbol on her torso? That was like Nia's old fireball symbol on the other Legacy one, but they changed it here. So this is an exclusive Samurai X. I don't know why they changed it, but they did, so that is a different variant, I suppose. This is the same exact Wu we've gotten in all the Legacy sets. We have plenty of him, so I'm sure you guys don't care too much about him. And then the ever-controversial Lloyd. I like this figure a lot, actually. I didn't think I liked it as much, but the face print actually works really well for young Lloyd. I know the green eyes and the brown eyebrows aren't accurate, but did anyone expect them to be? The facial expression, though, is very good. They actually made Lloyd's eyebrows smaller than regular Lloyd to make him look younger, and I think it works really well. Unfortunately, that means the face doesn't really work for, like, new expressions for older Lloyd, but it still looks good here. Here's the hood removed. If you couldn't tell, this is the new cloth cape. It's not that new, but in 2012, when the figure that this figure is based on was produced, they still had the paper capes were the main one that they were using, so this is an updated cape there. I do like the torso print. It just feels like a better version of the original. The 5 is bigger. I feel like the purple is more vibrant, and it's got these little green detailing on the top, which I think looks good. It's extra detail. I think it's weird that he has black hands. I mean, that's really easy to fix, but I don't know. The original had yellow hands, so it looks like he's in gloves, and it's just odd to me. And there's all 3 figures in the back. You get to see Lloyd's alternate face. I love that face. I think this one is especially excellent. It's just very expressive. It fits young Lloyd, even though it has the wrong eyes. I really, really like this figure. This is an excellent figure. And I think that's going to do it for today's review. I hope I covered everything you guys wanted me to cover. I tried to be thorough and point out everything in the set, because I know I missed some stuff in the other reviews, because I've been trying to produce these as quickly as possible, and I'm bound to miss 1 or 2 things. I think after I review everything, I might go back and make a video of like, hey, here's the things I missed in my review. So if you notice something I didn't go over or something I got wrong, please let me know in the comments below. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I know this set was very controversial by the pictures that came out, so maybe this review changed your mind for better or for worse, so let me know. Personally, I like this set a lot more in person. It's not the movie bounty. I still think the movie bounty is the best Destiny's bounty we will ever get, but this is the best TV show bounty. Not because I know the movie one appeared in the TV show after the movie, but like the original bounty, the red one, this is by far the best one we've gotten, and I love it for that. It may replace the movie bounty on my shelf just because I find this one to be more iconic than the movie one is in my eyes. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below of the ship. Let me know what you think of Legacy Lloyd, having seen him in his entirety. And what would you change about this set? What do you like? Let me know. I will be reviewing this on my Instagram as well with like pictures and stuff in a couple of days. So if you're interested in that, go follow @BricksByMind on Instagram. And I think that's all I've got for you. I might try to create a poll on my community tab if I figure out how to do that for what set you guys want to see reviewed next. I think I'm doing the Skull Sorcerer's Dungeon tomorrow, but I'm not positive. We'll see, because this one was a little bit harder to produce because getting this whole big background set up was a lot more work than I expected. So let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like the video if you enjoyed, and I will see you later. Bye.